So today, lads, we're going to be reacting to an article from Fansided and Justin Carter about 4 WNBA draft prospects the Fever need to be tracking. For me, I'm looking at, it depends on really what I'm looking at. If I'm looking at really not, if I'm looking long term, I'm looking at Janiah Martin and just stashing her. I'm okay with stashing Janiah Martin. If I'm looking short term, I'm looking at probably if she falls there, like Gianna Neepkins maybe. I'm looking at Hannah Stulke. I'm looking at those type of players. And if you're looking for a developmental player, but to have a developmental player, you pretty much have to be just admitting you don't want to really use KK Timpson, because you can't waste, unless it turns out that KK, or there's more than 12 spots in a roster, you can't have 2 developmental spots, because KK, I've been watching her play in, like, for Prague, she's actually not nearly ready. Like, she's not ready for good EuroLeague minutes. She's definitely not ready for good WNBA minutes. So I'm seeing Janiah Barker here. I think if they've given up on KK, I think Janiah Barker is a really good player. So they have the reserve rights to Chloe Bibby, which means if they want Chloe Bibby, they can get Chloe Bibby back. I don't think they're going to get Chloe Bibby. I don't think. Let's assume Kelsey Mitchell wants to stick around. Let's probably call Howard's return a question mark. Yeah, that's my assumption as well. So, little Paige Bueckers from Baylor. Okay, I've actually no idea who this is. I'm not going to lie. I have no idea who this is. I've been looking at mock drafts. I've been looking at players. I haven't watched Baylor play in a while. If we draft a 6-foot tall power forward, non-shooting power forward, it's over. It's over. Like, Baylor were not great last year. And I want to just see 2026. Because I think is there a 3-round mock draft? I just want to see where. Oh, in fairness, she is on some mock drafts right now as a 1st-round pick, I guess. She's in a couple of mock drafts as a 1st-round pick. But I've also seen her in a mock draft as a 3rd-round pick, or as a late 2nd-round pick, as a 28th pick. Albeit Hannah Stulke's just one ahead of her. But I don't think so. No. Like, if you're going to get an undersized power forward, get the better one in Hannah Stulke. Like, I don't understand why people are so low on Stulke. She literally was, she was so much better for Team USA. She made Team USA was so much better than Reagan Beer. She was so much better than nearly all their bigs other than Vance Luton. She was great. If Neepkins falls, Neepkins is going to be a sniper. It's as simple as that. The lack of guard depth. Enter Janiah Neepkins, who transferred from Utah to UCLA. With the Utes, she proved to be one of the nation's best high-volume scorers, knocking 44.8% of her shots from deep on 7 attempts per game. Sure, there are questions about her defense. There are questions if she can evolve her offensive role more in spot-up shooting as WNBA levels, but that shooting is good. She's a sniper. You can never go wrong. I just don't want to use a 10th pick on a pure sniper. Like, I would rather... I shit you not. I think I would rather just take Raven Johnson. If Kiki Rice is there, I'd take Kiki Rice. Like, it's one of those things where they actually, NBA Draft Room has her mocked. I wonder, what did they mock in 2025? Who did they mock? They mocked Tahina Paopao going 8. And they had Janiah Barker going 9, who wasn't even in the draft. Cheyenne Sellers 5, who went 17. Is there any crazy ones? No, they had Kosu to the Fever, which I thought was going to happen. I thought Kosu to the Fever was going to happen, but I don't mind the Neepkins one. Ledger Walker, like, she's like 25. She's like 25. She's born, is she not born in 2000 or something, or 2001? Like, I'm sorry, if you're taking Charlie's Ledger Walker with the 10th pick in 2025, Like, she's a sixth-year senior. She's not that good. She's not that good. She's probably not even going to start for her college team. She'd be a great backup ball handler for the team. No, she's a sixth-year senior. She's going to be 25 as a rookie. No, not with the 10th pick. Janiah Barker, I don't hate the Janiah Barker one. I actually don't hate this. It says here there was a time earlier in her career where talent evaluators were discussing her as a potential number one pick. Hasn't really panned out as Barker hasn't developed the two-way force she was forecast to be. In theory, Barker can play Natasha Howard role more versatility as she's theoretically better at creating her own looks. But here's the thing, is the reason I keep saying theoretically. She'll look like one of the most dominant players in basketball for a stretch, and she'll disappear for a stretch. She'll shoot very well from three-point line one season, then shoot 18% the next year. There are makings of a good player here. It's hard to find this late in the first round. Barker is a project. If she shows sustained flashes, she might be worth the risk. Yeah. I mean this. There is a world where Janiah Barker plays 0 minutes a game for the Fever and gets waived after her rookie year. But there's also a world where Janiah Barker is the third best player on it, the fourth best player on a championship winning team. Both of those worlds exist. Both of those worlds genuinely exist. So for me, I'm like, the Indiana Fever should maybe take a swing, especially if at that stage in the draft, Kiki Rice isn't there. If Kiki's gone, if Neepkins is gone, and if Janiah Barker is there and you just want a project, and you're confident that Stokey's going to be there in round 2. Because I think today, Stokey is better than Janiah Barker. I thought Janiah Barker was somebody I thought was going to go top 5 in the draft last year. She was terrible at UCLA. She was genuinely terrible. If she ends up being good at Tennessee, the problem is if she plays well, if she doesn't play well at Tennessee, I think she could drop further in Indiana. But if she does play well at Tennessee, I can see Janiah Barker being the one player to break into what we believe are the obvious top 6. The obvious top 6 of Flau'jae, Latson, Fudd, Pham, Miles, Betts. Everyone thinks that's the top 6. I think Barker is the one player who I think can really break into that top 6. But Barker is someone, Fever mocked her a lot last year. It makes sense. It makes sense from a positional point of view. So these are the players that people are thinking are going to go to the Fever. Neepkins, like, I don't want a 6'1" non-shooter, because if you're taking a 6'1" non-shooter, I would rather take Stokey. Neepkins, I don't hate Neepkins. Ledger Walker, no. But Barker is an interesting one. But if Neepkins falls, Neepkins makes sense. I would take Neepkins over Garzone because I just think Neepkins is the better player. I think Neepkins is the much better player. I think Garzone, it's going to be really hard for her to find a role because she's too slow to play the 3. She's too weak to play the 4 at the WNBA level. I think she goes into one of those tweeners where the idea of her, she's this 6'6" shooter, but I'm like, she's a 6'6" guard, but I'm like, she's not really a guard, and she's definitely not in the WNBA right now. Like, you can't play her at the 4. She's Katie Lou Samuelson. Like, she is the Katie Lou Samuelson archetype, which I don't think is going to be good. Like, I would rather see us draft Sarah Williams. I would rather see us draft Kiki Rice for some size of backup. I'd rather see us take, like, Raven Johnson as a specialist in a lot of these players, if I'm being honest. But, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.